What's up everybody, and a very good afternoon from Zurich Cloten's Terminal E. And if I butchered that, please give me a pass. I really could never figure out Swiss German, or any kind of German for that matter. To be fair, I don't think even the Germans could. But in any case, we'll be flying from Zurich over to London on Swissair's business class today. Now, flying in business class affords you access to the business class lounge. However, due to my Star Alliance Gold status on United, we'll be checking out the Senator Lounge. They're more or less pretty similar, but with slight differences and upgrades on the Senator side of the lounge. To be honest, taking a country like Switzerland, which is really pretty on its own, this lounge might just have the prettiest views of any lounge I've ever been in. The buffet, however, was quite humble, with mainly bite-sized options along with some salads. There was, however, a made-to-order cooking station where there was a live cook who made some pasta along with Alfredo sauce. At least that was what was today's menu. There was also a lot of couch-style seating on the back side of the lounge, which had universal power ports in between. And there was even a whiskey bar. If not for this mild inconvenience called a flight that I had to get on, I might have spent the whole day here. Now bear in mind that I was at the E gates, which is basically a satellite terminal of its own at Zurich, whereas my gate was all the way in the D gate, so that would mean I would have to take a train all the way to the main part of the terminal. But I have to admit, as much as I think I know airports, I really thought I'd walked into the arrivals section for a minute, because for a whole 15 minutes during my journey to the D gates, I saw a grand total of 0 people. And if you can go 15 minutes at an airport without seeing a single person, you're either at Pyongyang Airport in North Korea or you messed up, or both. Soon as I got to the gate, as with all flights going to the UK, there was a passport control and there were 2 distinct lines, one for economy class and one for business class passengers and Star Alliance Gold members to have your passport checked. After that, boarding began with Group 1, which was for Star Alliance Gold members, Han Circle members, Senator members, and business class passengers.
On behalf of Swiss, we wish our pleasant flight. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fully booked plane today, and we have a so-called departure slot quite soon, so we have to close the doors soon here in the front, so we kindly ask you to take your seats.
On most European carriers, business class is nothing more than a blocked economy seat, and the legroom was still quite generous despite that. Once boarding, we got a nice refreshing towel and package, as well as a bottle of water. Pushback began relatively quickly as the crew did not want to miss our departure slot, but we still have a ways away to take off, so in the meantime sit back, relax, and enjoy this CFM A321 engine start.
Tablets and mobile phones must be safely secured in the passenger's hand or stowed away. Larger items such as laptops must be stowed away safely during taxiing, takeoff and landing. Please inform the cabin crew immediately if your electronic device gets damaged or produces heat or smoke. If you should lose your electronic device in your seat, do not move the seat and inform the cabin crew immediately. For further regulations concerning the use of electronic devices on board, we ask you to consult the in-flight magazine in your seat pocket.
As we were climbing up to our cruising altitude, all I could do was stare outside my window at the beautiful Swiss countryside. It truly is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and that includes the Swiss city of Basel that we were flying on over our route toward London today. As soon as we reached cruising altitude, the crew began preparing what would be our dinner for this flight to London. By default, everyone got the same menu option and it was a fully cold dish. The main course was some kind of seared tuna along with a noodle salad and some lettuce, along with some sauce that goes with that salad. Overall, the noodles, the lettuce, the cucumbers, along with the sauce that was ingested into it were really tasty and refreshing. But unfortunately, on the other hand, the tuna was really salty. And I mean as if they had pulled it straight out of the seawater, cut it up, dipped it right back into the salty seawater, and then served it to us as is. I had to have water with nearly every bite. Dessert was a tiramisu pudding with some drenched ladyfingers on top, and it was a really nice and sweet way to end the meal. After spending much of the flight cruising over France, we began our descent into London right around the border of East Sussex and Kent. As we were descending, the crew came around with the signature Swiss chocolate, which I always love to eat and it's really tasty. Overall, the business class product was exactly as I expected it to be. No one ever likes having a blocked economy seat as a business class seat, but that is the standard in Europe. The food was generally pretty good and would have been fully perfect if not for the really salty fish, but of course that's just a small sample size out of all the possible meals that one could have. So all things considered, the food quality was good and overall enjoyable. The views of London never get old. In particular, here we have Waterloo Station, the Shard, Tower Bridge, the Millennium Bridge, and that's just the tip of it. My final verdict is this, and it's always been the same. For a flight of this length, going out of your way to book business class is generally not worth it because of the price difference between economy and business for a flight that's only an hour and a half. But if this flight is covered by work or a part of a longer itinerary, then it's absolutely worth it and you're in for a comfortable flight overall. So, with that said, enjoy the rest of the views as we make our final approach onto runway 27 right in London Heathrow.